Welcome to the National University online class. I'm Mohammad Fazil Abdi, conducted this class. I'm Assistant Professor, Department of English, Government Basic College, Chinada. The students, today I would like to take the class on survey report. Previously, I have taken 4 classes on different types of essays, but today I start taking class on reports. And in this regard, my first lecture on this report, it will be on survey report. And this is lecture number 5. Now I would like to move on. First of all, my dear students, I would like to remind you that what is survey report? What does it mean? What are the functions? What is the definition of survey report? First of all, survey reports make recommendations based on a careful analysis of data tallied and organized from survey findings. That means survey report make recommendation. Recommendations, the word is very important. It should have some recommendations, and that recommendations should be or will be based on a careful analysis of data tallied and organized from survey findings. There's the word findings are very important. You should have to find some data from various people or various organizations, from the various sectors of different organizations, and then you should have to collect those data, and this data should be tallied, should be kept in the proper order, and you have to organize those data. There will be a lot of data that may have proved unuseful, that may have proved unused, but you have to organize, you have to differentiate between those data which are helpful or which are not helpful. And from this, from this process, I should say, you should tell it and you should organize this type of findings. A good survey report requires you to systematically move from a big picture summary down to your specific recommendation. Recommendation, as I've said, that survey report, the basis of survey report, the core outcome of the result of the survey report is the recommendation. People are watching, or people are looking for the recommendations that come out from the survey report. And for this, you should have to make a it is said that a good survey requires you to systematically move from a big picture summary down to a specific recommendation. When you are researching, when you are in your research field, there should be a lot of amount of information in your tallied. But it is obvious that, as I've said earlier, that not all of those data are necessary for your research work or for your survey report. When you will go through deeply or go through detail of your data that you have collected from various sources, then you should have to make it in a specific recommendation. That is said here, specific recommendation. Big picture, lot of informations. You have to make a chalked out outline, make a plan that I should sum up this data that I have collected, and from that summary, you will find a way for your specific recommendation. How to write it determines whether you convince others to follow your advice or you are ignored. The recommendations, it is said that in which way you are writing the recommendation, it will make the ultimate position of your findings or your report, that whether you convince others to follow your advice. If you determine, if you differentiate, if you make your proper use of your data, that you have collected from your research field, the proper utilization of those data will make people convinced about your report. Suppose if you doing a report on the corruption, then you have to make some reliable sources. You have to collect the information from the reliable sources. You have to give the data from that is coming from the reliable sources. This reliability is very important to make people convinced to follow your advice. Otherwise, they will not follow your advice. They will make that you are sitting down in your home and you are just imaginary. You have collected those data and make it in the tally or make it a recommendation or something like this. But if you give proper sources of your data, if you put the correct information in a correct place, then people should follow your advice. Otherwise, it is, as it is said, you are ignored. Your recommendations or your suggestions or your hard works all will be in vain if you do not make it in a proper order, or you are failed to make it in a proper order. Summarizing your findings. This is very important part of survey report. As I have said, a lot of findings can come out from your research work, but you have to summarize all those findings. How you can do it? I will like to read out some rhymes, then you will get the idea, I personally believe. Your survey report summary section provides a broad overview of the entire report. This summary section gives the people about the overview, about the total, I should say, the total idea of your entire report. Nowadays, people are so much busy that they can't give you so much time to read out your, if the volume is big, if the volume is large, they will just like to go to the summary of the portion of that findings, that what the summary is all about. So this summary section has become very important for any kind of survey report. So as it is given a broad overview of the entire report, so you have to be very careful about writing your summary. It includes the date the surveys were distributed, the methods used for calculating and tabulating responses, and a list of some key findings. What contains in the summary? It includes the date the surveys were distributed. When the surveys were distributed, the date has been put in that summary section. People will get the idea about when and where it has been done, where it has happened. People will get the idea from there. Then the methods used for calculating and tabulating responses. In which methods you use for calculating your data, your findings, they will get the idea. At the same time, how you have tabulated those responses, yes, no question, or you have given the some MCQ type questions. In which method? There's a lot of methods to survey your report. Which method you have followed, you should be specified in this. You should write down in a specific way in the summary section. Then people will, you will let people know about the way or about which method you have actually followed to summarize your summarize your findings. And the same way, how you have calculated or how you have tabulated the responses, and again a list of some key findings. You can put some list about your pinpoint or the most specific findings that you have come out from the survey report. You can make the list of some key findings. Think of the summary as the entire survey report in miniature. When we go to any we should say that park, there we will find some section that is a miniature of the country. Some our key infrastructure, key historical places are put in a miniature way. That is, I can take a look at the whole scenario of our country in a small areas. So summary is that section that it has give the whole ideas in a small areas, in a small way, in a limited way, but it should include all the big or small or key findings that has come out from the survey report. This is called survey report in miniature, in a short form, I should say, in a short form. Miniature means in a short form, but it should include all the details, words that you have made in the or made through the survey report. This section should be about 2 pages long. The summary section should be 2 pages long, and it should be written for someone who might have an interest in your report but might not have time to read every line. As I have said earlier, that people are nowadays very busy, so they have keen interest in your survey report, keen interest in your findings, but they may not have much time to go every single pages of your report. Then they will go to the summary sections that they can get the overview idea of the whole findings that has, as I say, come out from your report. And they'll go through the summary sections with interest, and they will get the whole idea, actually, the whole idea about how you have done all those gigantic works in a small specific section. Next. An executive summary is necessary if you are looking for finding for a project based on the survey results. If the finding is based, a project is based on the survey results, then you should write an executive summary. Actually, this is for the corporate offices. This section is for the corporate offices, business offices, who are like to find new way of their business, or may have, or they are finding the new marketplaces in the different countries, or in the home in our own countries, or in the abroad. Then you have to make an executive summary, and in that basis they will make a project. They are looking for funding for a project. Funding means that they want to invest money. So as they want to invest money, and it is based on the survey results, so you will make an executive summary, because from your summary they will get the whole idea, key idea, that whether they can invest money on that project or not. So it's a very important section for any executive office. It differs from a standard summary in that it includes a brief business plan and outlines the opportunity that exists for potential investors. Of course, it differs from a standard summary in that normal survey reports and the executive summary is somewhat different, because in the executive summary, as I've said, it includes the opportunity that exists for potential investors, because the company is looking for potential investors. So there should be some brief business plan in the summary section. Yes, you are doing the research work, survey works, but with that basis, with that findings, you also should make a business plan, and that will help your executive members, or the managing members of the managing committee, that whether it should be a good idea to invest in this section or not. So you should include a brief business plan and outlines the opportunity that exists for potential investors. It's important to make sure the executive summary does not read like a sales pitch. At the same time, it is said that the executive summary should not be sound like a sales pitch, that you are want to sell something, you are praising your products, you are just give the benefits, just want to give the idea of the benefits of the benefits from your business sales or something like this. No, this is not the case. You should not do that. However, it is not meant to be advertising. As it has said that this summary is not meant for advertising, but instead an accurate reporting of information and conservative estimates of what the figures mean. Actually, your company is looking for serious issue, or looking for serious business with the help of your survey report, as you have, I think you have realized, because your business plan with the uh, with the background of your data that you have collected from the field will surely make the executive committee or the honors committee or honors member or the honors party to feel that my product will be taken a good place in the market. Whether they will take a good place in the market or not, they surely depend on your survey report. As they are depending on your survey report, so you should make an accurate reporting of information. If there is any lackings may have come from your findings, that yes, this company has some problems, they have some problems with the product quality, or they have problem in the marketing plans or marketing strategy. There are some loopholes in the marketing strategy or loopholes in the production. Whatever you find, whatever you get information from your survey report, you honestly put it in the executive summary section. You should not hide. You should not hide anything. If you feel that if I make a negative report, the owners will will make a bad impression on me, that's not true. On the contrary, the owners will feel good or proud that you have made a honest thinking, or you have put a honest information, correct information that will definitely help the owners or the or the people of the executive committee to take a steps or take some measures against those loopholes. If you are only praising the product like advertising company or like sales pitch, then the real picture should not come. It is your duty to show or to portray a real picture of your company through your executive summary, and for this they will make the decision whether they will invest in this business plan or not. That's why it is written that you have to make an accurate reporting of information and conservative estimates of what the figures mean. You will not add anything in that figure. You should portray, you should put down the correct figures, whatever you have got. No, not to make any type of changes in that figure. Anyone with money to invest is smart enough to recognize overly optimistic projections. Actually, the whole world is open because it is a age of communication. So no information can be hidden for long. It is true. No information can be hidden for so long. So if you hide something in a one point of time, the real picture, the true information will come, and then you will fall into trouble that you have make a false make a false executive report, false executive summary, false survey report that hampers the company's progress. So then you will fall into trouble. So the investors who want to invest the money, they are very much smart. They will go through some other sources to make the comparison that whether you have given the right figures or not, whether you have portrayed the right picture of your company or not. They are very much, you should not consider or you should not underestimate their smartness. They will really, at one point of time, they will surely find out the real pictures. So you should not make overly optimistic projections. You should portray the real pictures of that business or of your company. Okay, next section is providing background information. Providing background information. Introduction, background, and objective sections provide information about why you conducted the survey and composed the report. In the report, there should be introduction, there should be background, and there should be objectives. Objectives means why you are doing this type of survey report, and these sections provide information. First of all, it provides information, necessary information about why you conducted the survey, why the survey is needed. from which point of view you have made it this survey, in which context you have made this survey, and in which situation you have made this survey, whether your company want to promote a new product in the market, whether the company want to enlarge their company onto, they want to spread their company in a different regions of your country, or they just want to check the position of their company in the in this state of time. This sort of questions and the answers should also come from your background information. And compose the report and what you hope to gain from your research. What's your ultimate goal? What's your ultimate expectation from your survey report? This also comes from the background, providing background information. A half-page introduction should detail the problem or question you sought to address with your survey and subsequent report. This introduction should be taken in a half page, and it will detail, should detail the problem or question from which problem you want to solve through the survey report, or which answers you are looking for through the survey report. It should come in an introduction part of the introduction part. The 1 to 2 page background section elaborates on this problem with additional context. In half page introduction, you are just raising the problem. You are just giving the question, but in the 1 or 2 page background section, it elaborates, it explains on that particular problem, on that particular question, with what? With additional context, with additional features, with additional information, additional data. They will provide additional data, they will provide additional information, and from that, it will help to find the answers that you are looking for, or find the solution you are looking for. Such as what population was surveyed and what types of questions were asked. To get the necessary type of answers from the people, which method you have surveyed, and which types of question you are asked, it should come out in your background section also. Again, the half page objectives section should highlight your specific goals in administering the survey and composing the report. The half page objective section should highlight your specific goals in administering the survey and composing the report. When you want to make the survey report final, or you have to come to the composing section of your report, the objective section should highlight your specific goals, that what you want to achieve. Specific goals means what you want to achieve from this survey report. It should be crystal clear. It should be specified from the objectives, that what you are looking for, what's your ultimate goals to achieve, what you are looking for. This should come out from the objective sections. Next, detailing the methods and results. For this, describe your survey administration and tabulation methods in a 3 to 5 page methods section. To describe your survey administration and tabulation methods in a 3 to 5 page methods section. What you want to administrate from the survey, or what you want to tabulate those survey, you can put it in a 3 to 5 page methods section, and your results in a 5 to 15 page results section. And these results will come out into 5 to 15 page results section. That's a huge section. In your method section, include the survey you administered, as well as explanation and analysis of why you asked the types of questions you did. Very simple way I want to explain you that in this method, you just simply provide us the information that how you have administered, how you have proceeded, how you have made the whole process going. Have you made the personal interview? Have you gone to the personal interview? Or you have gone to the SMS type of methods? or you have gone to the mobile, help to the mobile apps, with the help of the mobile apps, or you have give some questionnaires to the to the people that you want to get the survey. Which methods, which way you have administered the whole process, you should have to analyze here, and also the question you have asked to the people. Describe what you did with the information generated by the surveys. In this section, you also have to describe that with those information, what you have generated, what you have got, what the results you have received, what the responses, what type of responses you have received. Is it positive responses maximum, or the negative responses have come? By ratio of the positive responses or the negative responses, all things should come, and then you have to describe those things and explain how you tallied and grouped the responses. And again, you have to, as I've said very early of my lecture, that you have to tally those questions or those information or your data or whatever you have got, and also you have to group the responses. That, as I've said, that negative, whether it is negative, whether it is positive, or there will be section that is no comments. Maybe there is a section will be no comment. That many people may have feel embarrassed with your questions. They don't like to answer the questions. They can avoid the question. So both things you have to group. In your results section, show these tallies and groupings. You have to show every groupings and tallies in your results section. That what results you have come. How, as I've said, that how many people are positive with your responses, how many people are negative with your responses, how many people avoided your questions. Everything should come out in the results section, either as spreadsheet style columns or pictorially as chart and graphs. You can help with the spreadsheet style columns or picture or, or charts and graphs, make a good picture of those. You can make tally with those things. You can help those materials or tools. With the help of these materials and tools, you can provide this information. Again, provide additional explanation of what the different tallies and groupings of responses indicate and why they are tallied and grouped the way they are. You can give some additional explanations if it is required. If it is required, you can make a separate sections that why you have differentiate these tallies and groupings responses, and why they are tallied and grouped in this way. You can make a separate different explanation in a different section. It is up to you. You can do it. A survey results template has about as many variations as surveys themselves. As I've said, that different methods, different techniques, different way you can produce, you can work on your survey report. How you present your data depends on the amount and content of that data, right? How many data you have collected, you can project it, you can show in this way, present in that way. And the results you have been trying to show. MS Word and Excel have a number of built-in templates you can use, so you don't have to format your survey results from scratch. There's some automatic software. There are some MS Word and Excel with the help. You can do it, your survey report with the help of this software. There are also many examples of online. You can do it, as I've said, that nowadays is very popular, that online survey, and many newspapers, many companies want to know about the feedback of their product or of their papers of their business through the online. You can also get the help of those online methods. Next, analyzing results and recommending solutions. This is the end results actually of the survey report. Conclude your report with a brief 2 to 3 page discussion section and a brief half-page to 1-page recommendation section. Your discussion section should be 2 to 3 pages, and your recommendations should be half-page to 1 page. In your discussion section, analyze the implications of your result section, specifically examples of tallies or groups that seem out of the ordinary, such as a disproportionate number of respondents. Okay, in your discussion section, analyze the implications of your results section. What have come from your results section? you should be analyzed in your discuss section. You should analyze there. Specific examples of tallies of groups that seem out of the ordinary. If you find some outstanding, extraordinary type of tallies or informations or groups, then you can put it in a concluding section that I have through the survey report, I have found something very interesting type of answers, out of the box answers, very exciting type of information I have got. Then you can show that in your concluding sections, discussion section actually. And also there will be some people who are answering yes to a survey question. You thought you get more no answers. If you think that I will get negative, if you believe that I will get negative review with this question, but you have in the practical field, you have found that the things are happening just opposite. The people answering yes, rather that you have expected or expects to get no answers. So so it's interesting, as I have said, that many things can happen when you go to the practical field. Your unexpected things, unexpected matters, unexpected situation can be arised from that section. So it all should come in your discussion section, what you have faced in to get the survey report, your experience, everything. Following your discussion, offer 5 to 10 specific actionable recommendations based on your results. After the discussion, now the most important, most exciting part of that survey report that I have already told you, that the recommendations. And it has told that offer 5 to 10. The recommendation should be offer 5 to 10 specific actionable. Actionable word is very important. Specific, actionable. You should be very much specific. You should be very much you should recommend those type of actions that can be performed. If you give, if suggest anything that is mostly impossible to perform, then the recommendation, those recommendations will be null and void type, null and void. It will be just thrown out. The executive members will feel that no, it's not possible to do. But your suggestion should, whenever you make the suggestion or recommendations, you should keep it in mind that those suggestions or recommendation should be actionable, should be specific. And of course, it should be based on your results. This recommendation should be clear and brief. Of course, there should be no, what can I say? There should be no doubt. There should be no doubt. It should be clear, and also it should be brief also. Now I will come to the end of my survey report, class of my survey report. And my last session is about benefits of doing a survey. What are the benefits you can get from doing a survey? It provides many benefits to business owners and can even improve their performance and potentially even earnings. First thing is that it provides many benefits to business owners. As I've said earlier, that your business owners mostly depend on your survey report. What the outcome of the result, because it is done in a root level, in a very real level. So they want to see the real scenario of their business. They want to see what type of reactions people are giving or feedback they are giving for their products, for their business. So it provides, of course, many benefits to business owners and can even improve their performance. As I've said, there may have some loopholes, may have some shortcomings. If you recommend to improve the way the business is now going on or now running, the authority, the business owner should consider those points, and by considering those points, they can improve their performance, no doubt about it, and potentially even earnings. And if their performance improves, then definitely their earnings also will improve. I make a short words to that. Low cost, larger scope. Survey report is a low cost thing, but it has a very big scope. many potentially many things can come out from this survey report. Extensive and minimal margin of error. The survey report have a minimal margin of error, but as it is based on from the reactions of the people, questions of the from the results of the asking the questions of the people. There is a minimal margin of error. Flexibility. There is a flexibility because there is scope of yes or no, or if anybody want to avoid the answer, they can do it. So there is a flexibility. There is no fixed, rigid rules, rigid things in the survey report. It is very flexible. It's quite flexible, and there is a lot of methods. As it is lot of methods, lot of ways. So you can do. You can done it as you wish or as your benefits, as your whatever you want to like, whatever whose method you want to feel comfortable, you can use that. It can be done in various forms like paper survey. As I've said, there's many methods and many ways of doing that. You can do the paper survey, you can do the online survey, you can get the help from the mobile, face-to-face interview, and also at the end, the most important thing, reliability. Your reliability is the main factor. So from this, I would like to conclude my today's lecture, today's class. So I thank all of you for watching my class.